Hey everybody, Jeff here.
Megan.
Oh, hi this time?
Hi.
She no longer likes you. We don't have a box to show you, but we're going to be looking at Best Treehouse Ever. Green Couch Games, designed by Scott Alms. 2 to 4 player game. Plays in about 20 minutes. Probably play with younger kids and up. What did you think of this one as we played it?
I liked it. It's very cute. The art is very, very good. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. It's my kind of card game. Not a whole lot of thinking, and it's fast. But enough to keep you interested. There's a little bit of strategy to it, especially the pass and play of the cards, because you know what cards are remaining and try to screw somebody over. So I always like that aspect of the game.
Right, yeah, it's got, there's 6 different colors for the different rooms that can go in your treehouse, and the rooms are absolutely awesome. I will just say up front, like, for 2-3 days now, I've just been looking through the cards and going, oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, that's cool. And I've been waiting for us to get a chance to play this. I've showed them to Megan off and on, so she was interested in sitting in as well. And it's kind of neat. I mean, so you're building up your treehouse with these cards, and like Megan said, it's a draft mechanic, the pass and play kind of draft mechanic. So, you choose your card, you pass, and you play it to your treehouse. Now, there's a few things you got to keep in mind while you're building your treehouse. You have to keep your treehouse balanced, so you can't build all to the left or all to the right. So you've got an indicator on your card, and you'll see us when we're playing, kind of moving a cube back and forth across the base of our tree. That's because, you can't build too far one way or the other. You've got to kind of balance out your build of your treehouse. You can also only go up 5 levels total, not counting your trunk. And there's some cool things because, again, there's 6 different types of cards, and they're color coordinated. And the first time you play a color, doesn't matter, you can play it anywhere you want. But what you have to start thinking about, and you see some of this, especially from the draft, because you know what you're passing, and eventually you kind of know what's coming back to you. Once you play a color, you have to connect every other time you play that color back to the original base of the color. So you can't just block it off and then start that color over. If you block it off, you're done with that color. And we ran into that a few times, actually. So, and it's just one of those choices that eventually, especially early on, you might have to make. Because, as your base, you're only going to be able to put 2 cards down, and then 3, or, so on. So you've only got a limited amount of places that you can place cards. So that's kind of cool. And again, this is a prototype, but this is near final artwork that you're seeing behind us and stuff. Absolutely awesome. It's adorable. It's cute. And when you're building a tree fort, who doesn't want to have a hot tub and a pizza parlor and a board game room and a rock climbing wall, all built into your treehouse?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. So it's cute in that aspect too. We're playing the 2-player game. So a couple of the things you're not seeing is, you'll keep seeing us kind of use these, you don't get to score certain color cards. That happens with just the 2-player game. In a 3 or 4-player game, there's actually options, and you get to choose them before scoring. So there's 2 colors that aren't going to score for a 4-player game. There's going to be 2 colors that aren't going to score, and 2 colors that are going to be worth double points. In a 3-player game, one of these is not going to get used, and it's going to depend on who's grabbing it and which ones you decide to grab. So that's kind of cool. You get to kind of look at what your opponent is doing and going, oh, well, you just went purple heavy. You can't score purple this round, and that, so you get to kind of mitigate some of the build-up that your opponent has done, but you can't completely cut them off. And it also kind of almost makes you go, well, I shouldn't rely too heavily on all of one color. And there's only so many cards of a certain color in here anyway, so you can't really monopolize a single color too much. But you basically know if you've built up a color and nobody else is really building it, there's a good chance that that's going to be the one you don't get to score for a while. So that's kind of cool. It plays 3 rounds. So like I said, they say 20 minutes. That's easy. I mean, especially once I think you start getting going. This is not going to take very long at all. I mean, there's only certain places that you can put it on your treehouse, and you only get to grab one card at a time. So you might have a little bit of looking. It might be like, I know I did it a couple times, like, should I take this one hoping this other one comes back to me? Or do I just go ahead and go with the one I know I want to place right now? Do I want to start a new color hoping the color I've already placed comes back to me? Those kind of things. But very minor, very quick. Things like when you've cut yourself off of a color, you already kind of know you're not taking that color if you don't have to. If you do get to a point where you can't play a card because the only cards you're getting are not legal for you to play, you still got to select one, but you have to discard it, so your treehouse suffers for it. All those little things. So definitely, it's a great, cool little game. Now, you know, the cards themselves are really well illustrated, very cool. Again, just kids, and each one kind of shows the kids having a lot of fun in the type of room it is. But the other nice thing is, I mean, they're titled, but this is a game that really doesn't have a lot of reading and stuff with it. And I think that's where you kind of get where you can play it with younger kids. Because really, you're trying to work with them potentially on, now remember, you got to connect your colors and that kind of thing versus, you know, reading some detailed action card or something. You know, if you play this, take 3 actions or choose one, that, you know, where you're just really, okay, choose one and remember you got to connect and that kind of stuff. And again, playing this with kids, I think, with the cards themselves being directed towards kids, I think is pretty cool. So on that end, what do you think? I mean, we have family coming in this weekend, so we are definitely in the nieces and nephews mode right now. What do you think about this one?
I definitely think we might need to, or we'll bring it out at some point. Mostly, especially for the oldest nephew. I think he'd really enjoy it.
Yeah. So I definitely, I think I definitely want to at least break it out and see what they think this weekend. This is definitely, like I said, right up their alley. And I think it's going to be pretty easy to get to the table with them. And again, it's also cool just from the simple fact that the cards are themselves. I mean, it's kids having fun in a treehouse. It relates to the kids, so that's pretty cool. Kids. But seriously, my tree house will totally have 3 board game rooms in it. Yes, dear. This is on Kickstarter right now. It is, again, Best Treehouse Ever. It's going till April 18th, 2015. Doing very well already, but of course, they can always use some more love. I don't think they're fully funded yet, and they're going to start showing stretch goals here soon, but they are close and they haven't been launched that long. So go check it out. Again, going till April 18th. Best Treehouse Ever. And definitely a huge recommend from both of us for sure. So thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Bye.